That's it, time out. Guys, let's all calm down, yeah? We're all worked up. Let's all just, like, chill the F out and talk for a second.
I drink and I know things.
Brown cows are bulls. What was that?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening.
I'm only happy when it rains. I'm only happy when it's complicated. And though I know you can't appreciate it, I'm only happy when it rains. You know I love it when the news is bad, but why it feels so good to feel so sad? I'm only happy when it rains. I'm only happy when it rains. Pour your misery down. Pour your misery down on me. Pour your misery down on me. I'm only happy when it rains. I'm only happy when it rains.
I only smile in the dark. My only comfort is the night gone black. I didn't accidentally tell you that I'm only happy when it rains. You'll get the message by the time I'm through. When I'm complaining about me and you, I'm only happy when it rains. I'm only happy when it rains. Pour your misery down. Pour your misery down on me. Pour your misery down on me. Pour your misery down. Pour your misery down on me. Pour your misery down on me. I'm only happy when it. I'm only happy when it rains.
I'm only happy when it rains. You wanna hear about my new obsession? I'm riding high upon a deep depression. I'm only happy when it rains. I'm only happy when it rains. I'm only happy when it rains. I'm only happy when it rains.
Howdy. You got me. You found the me channel. Oh, no. Welcome in. Good to see you. Howdy. Hump day. We made it through hump day. 3 weeks in 1 week. It feels like. But yeah, here we are. Here we are. Is this thing live? Am I on? Yeah. Okay. Let me welcome in the chat because I didn't get to do that properly in the last stream or in DNT. Because it just went everywhere. But let me welcome in the chat. So I hope everybody's had a good day. Hope you've had a good day. You even know us, Sam. Yeah. Welcome in. Let's scroll up to the top. Francisco, good evening. Stacy Rogers, Nicole Happy's Haunt, Samantha Lowe. Hey. Happily Ever Divine Lindsay. Hello. Shelby, good to see you. Disneyland fan Steve, what's up? Nick in Virginia is Nick number 1. Undisputed. Total victory. Way to go. Good to see you. Teresa Squire, good evening. Welcome in. There's Jill 3295. Hey, hey. Katie Phillips, artist extraordinaire, maker of bracelets, queen of the Etsy's. Good to see you. And there she is. The lovely, the beautiful, the ever so talented, the Daisy to my Donald, the MJ to my Peter Parker. The Black Cat to my Spider-Man. Trying to think of other couples in the Lady Venom to my Venom. I was trying to think of Spider-Man centric ones. Can't think of any others. Yeah. Usually his rogues gallery is the Madam Web to my no. Yeah, we'll go with that. Sweet Snickerdoodle. Hello. Julie C. Good to see you, Julie. Good evening. Let's see. If the other Julie C's watching in Ninja, hey, other Julie C too. Did Speech Jill, welcome. Wendy B. Hey, Linda. Good evening. Who else am I missing? There's Sam. There's AAA Sparkles. Good evening. Oh, we'll go with this. Good evening. No, can't. No, okay. Good evening to Astrid and Dooley. Aston Martin, good to see you. Welcome in. Oh, shit. Yeah. Let's see. There's Wendy B. There's Sparks. There's Cindy S. Hey. Good evening. Good to see you. Troy Detloff's here. Howdy. Stephen K. Good evening, sir. And I'm caught up. Just like that. Top chat. Yeah. Good to see you all. Nicole, happy's haunt. I've been too much. Oh. Excuse me. Good to see you all. Hope you're doing well. Hope you've had good days. You'll take that. Okay, good. Okay. Work's been work all week. It's just, yeah. Crazy. How am I doing? That's pretty much sums me up. And trying to get things lined up for a short Disney trip is stressing me. So there's that. Guess what? Soccer still going on in the courtyard. Oh, good. As it should be. I think there's another game at midnight. There's a game that just started, and then there's another one at midnight, Wendy. So you still got plenty of time for more gameage. Teamage? I don't know. We're gonna go with it. There you go. Just in case you're tired of watching soccer, Wendy. So no MOU with mom yet. MOU with mom yet. Okay, I'm sure that stands for something. I'm going to try to figure out what that stands for. Oh, Memorandum of Understanding. We got some movement today. We got some movement in the peace treaty talks. We got some movement today. There were a couple of lines of discussion that made me think we are getting close to a binding resolution. But we're still, the talks continue. Talks continue. I don't know. I'm hoping. I'm hoping that we can reach a common accord to heal this land. No, I did not, Stacy. Yeah. So here's hoping. Here's hoping. There's yeah. So I think she's intrigued by the prospect. I do. She's just nervous about the pricing. So, which I get because I'm nervous about the price. No, but anyway, we'll see. Tell Mom I say get in the car. I'll tell her, Wendy. I'll tell her. Yeah. I'm just giving her options, Sparks. I'm just giving her options. I really think she wants to go. But again, she's just. So, anyway. We'll see. We'll see. So. And it, yeah. And that whole thing with the I'm going to be honest. We're going to talk for a minute about the bus situation at Springs. She and the Ants have fun. Have a fan base. Oh, do they? Yeah, they do. They kind of do. Don't hold me to it. But the early words are that both Mom and Aunt Kay will be going in December. Just fingers crossed. That's what the early polling returns are showing. Early polling is trending good. So we'll see. Yeah. 100 Acre Woods, welcome in. Good to see you. Theo Sam Eagle, what's up? Hey, howdy. Good to see you. The bus situation with Springs. I have a strong feeling that they're going to institute that across in all of the property. I really do. I think Springs is just phase 2 of the testing. Phase 1 was New Year's and Easter. Phase 2 is to implement it going forward with Springs. I think stage 3 is to implement it across all of property. The one thing you can't really impact with that would be the monorail and buses from one park to another. The Skyliner, I think, could still be okay if you're going from Hollywood to Epcot, but you probably can't go to like Pop and Art anymore. This is just me spitballing. So, but I have a feeling it's going to happen across all of property. This is just phase 2 of that. It's going to make resort hopping very difficult. Unless you're doing the monorail loop, it's going to make resort hopping a little difficult. I understand why they're doing it in some aspects, but that doesn't mean I'm a fan of it. I think it's money, 100 Acre Woods. I think they're doing it under the guise of making sure that resort guests aren't inconvenienced by non-resort guests, putting more of a premium on staying at the resorts. But follow the money. There's definitely a money decision in this as well. You cut out these people, you get to run these fewer buses. That's a big bottom line, I'm sure. Yeah. Now, listen, I'll be honest, this past trip, when we went to Springs, we were staying off property. I have the past few trips, to be honest. When we stayed off property this past time, I drove to Springs. I drove to all the parks, but I drove to Springs. I don't have a problem driving to Springs personally. It's a little confusing getting the hell out of that place. Getting in, I really don't have that much trouble other than finding a parking place. I love the way the parking garage works with the little lights above each parking spot so you can see and the numbers, but I typically drive to Springs. I'm still not a fan of the change, though, to be honest, because it is going to impact resort hopping, which I just started doing and have really fallen in love with resort hopping. So, Karen Sanders, welcome in. Good to see you. But they will lose money on spending from people coming in and out. I don't know, Wendy. See, like saying we usually park in the garage. Yeah, I prefer to drive to Springs when I'm staying on the property. I know Carlos drives everywhere they go. Name one thing that doesn't have a money factor. Exactly. Yeah. I'm not happy about it. I'm not. Because like I said, resort hopping, it's going to be a bigger issue, I feel like. Heck, for a lot of the streams we watch, I mean, you think of all the streams where Jeff would do transportation and go from place to place, or every once in a while Jeff will hop a bus to get from one place to another, or Steve has done transportation streams before on Monday nights. I mean, I think it definitely could impact that. The boat ride was always a fun thing. I mean, it's fun to take a boat over to here, over to there, and just. I love Disney transportation. I'm one of those weird people. I actually like to ride the Disney buses. I like to ride the Disney boats. I like to ride the Skyliner a lot. So I'm one of those weird people. But yeah. 100 Acre Wood says, my son will stay at non-Disney hotels by Disney Springs and take the bus to Boma, where I am. I guess that puts a stop to that. Well, if you're at Boma, 100 Acre Wood, if you have a reservation, then you could add his name onto your reservation so that he could then, yeah. John Corndog, welcome in. Good to see you. My car goes to the resort and doesn't leave for a week. I get that. Usually, if I'm staying on site, I'm the same way, Theo, usually. Like I said, these past few times, saving the money has been worth it to me. And what, to be honest, what has made my trips possible the past few times, saving the money, staying off property, and that the trade-off of driving is not that big of a headache to me, really. I don't like taking buses. No boats allowed, did I hear right? So right now it's going to be boats and buses to and from Disney Springs. Only right now, Disney Springs. As I said, they haven't said anything else, but I fully expect this to go resort wide after a couple of months. This is just a phasing in and getting cast members accustomed to the process and all that. I think that's just a me thing. We drive everywhere. I do. Carlos stays on property and drives freaking everywhere. I mean, parks, resorts. I mean, when he's going from the resort to the park, it doesn't matter what resort he's staying at, they drive to that park. Yeah. So, banning it lasts 45 days. You think this is just a temporary thing, or do you think it and then it'll go away? Steve, is that what you're saying, or do you think it's gonna go property wide after 45 days? Poor bus drivers having to scan bands constantly are going to be annoying. So I think what they're planning, and based on what I was reading earlier, I think what they'll probably do is when you go to leave Springs, they'll have scanners, sort of like you go through security when you're coming into Springs from the parking garage. They'll have scanners before you get out to the bus spots, and they'll scan you, and then you can proceed to whatever bus. That's how I read it. That's my understanding. I could be way off. I don't think it'll be the bus drivers that'll scan as you get on the bus. I think it'll be done back up as you're coming out to the bus terminals. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah. Julia Jones, good morning. We like to go from a park to a Disney hotel and look around, have a drink and a snack, then go back to the park. It's a good way to break up the day and get a little break from the park, from the heat. Yeah, I'm down with that. Wendy is very displeased about it. But we stay off site, so don't know if we'll still be able to. Julia, and back here we are back to this. So Julia, I think you'd be okay if you're like at Magic Kingdom. Of course, you'll be able to monorail over I don't know that you'll be able to do the boat. Well, you would be able to do the boat over to one of the resorts because right now this is only impacting Disney Springs. Right now, you may still be able to take a bus over to one of the resorts from there right now too. But I just yeah. Mayor of Chickapin Hill, Mike, what's up, good buddy? Hope you're still doing well, sir. Thomas, I agree. It is kind of disappointing. It is. I feel like it's another aspect of free transportation that's being taken away. Sort of like the Magical Express from the airport to the resorts. Just another cost cutting idea brought to you by the most profitable branch of Disney Incorporated. Because let's be honest, the parks are what's making the money for Walt Disney Company right now. Who thought that would be the case? With everything they freaking own and do. It's a shame, I think, to not be able to use the buses to look around, you know. Yep. They're not trying to stop resort hopping, trying to stop free parking at Springs and resort park hopping. Yes. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Zen Likes. Right now, it only impacts Disney Springs. Right now, only impacts Disney Springs. So, yep. Oh, you're going in September. Nice, Julie. Nice. Yeah. So, listen, I go to Disney Springs. I'm going for like Polite Pig, the Lego store. This is just me talking. I'm not driving to. I understand people do it. Drive to Springs to park for free and then get on the bus and then go somewhere. I understand that some people do it. That's a headache to me, to be honest. If I'm parking at Springs, my butt's going into Springs to eat, shop and eat. Shop, eat, shop, eat. Yeah. Some sort of that combination. Mm-hmm. Yes. Saratoga is only for resort guests. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's the only boat that's impacted right now. Mm-hmm. Yep. Driving pops the magic bubble for me. I get that. Especially the way people drive down there. Especially that. Yeah. So if I go to Epcot, can I take a bus to a resort to walk around? Right now you can, Mayor. Yes. Yes. You just can't. You can't stay off property, be at Disney Springs, and take a bus to a resort. Because you don't have a resort reservation. Unless you have a dining reservation at that resort. In that case, if you have a dining reservation, then you can take the bus, even if you don't have a resort stay booking. Yeah. But again, if I've got a dining reservation at a resort, I'm not going to drive to Disney Springs to park to get in a bus to go to take a bus to a resort where I have a reservation. Maybe it's just me, but that seems a little screwy. Yeah, possibly, Karen. Yeah. How many people were doing this for Disney to change it? Mayor, I'm kind of wonder that too, to be honest. I don't know. To be honest, to me, getting to Disney Springs, if you're at a park and you're not a resort guest, is a little complicated because you have to go to a resort and then get on a bus. So you got two forms of transportation here. You either have to walk or take a bus from the park to a resort to then get on another bus to go to Springs. That's a lot of time wasted, if you ask me, waiting on buses. So yeah, well, maybe I do Disney differently than other people, maybe too. They do track everything. That's for sure, Zenlax. They track everything and they see everything. So I'm sure there was some benefit into it. Jazza family, welcome in. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Some people will do anything to save a dime, Stacy. They will. But when I'm down there, I don't like to waste time. So like when we were trying to resort hop ourselves, I was trying to figure out the most time efficient way for me to get us to the resort to start the resort hopping. I ended up with like a reservation at one of the for dining. We started out the day with breakfast at a resort, and that's what worked for us. But yeah, I don't. I've tried to get a bus from a park to Disney Springs before, and it's just the biggest pain in the ass. It is. Unless I'm staying at a resort and then I have to take that bus back to my resort and then, or whatever form of transportation back to my resort to get on another bus to go to the Springs. It just so much wasted time. Disney has zero problem with parking at TTC and resort hopping. That's why I said then, like, so you can do that right now all you want to. You can do that all you want to. Nico the Greco, welcome in. Good to see you. Hey. Give you the hand wave. There you go. So there's that. Yeah, I wasn't meaning to rant on it. I'm not excited about it, but I don't know that it's going to greatly impact my experience there, to be honest. So I'm a little nervous about where it's trending. if it does get implemented resort wide. But I mean, it's a change. They change everything. You just, it's not like me coming on here and belly aching is going to make Josh tomorrow say, "Ooh, I heard Dad Builds wasn't happy about this," and get on the phone and say, "Hey, let's stop that because some dork on the internet doesn't like it." That's not going to happen. So I'll just adapt and go about doing something else. There you go. They need to charge for parking at Springs and validate those that buy something. I don't agree with the charging at Springs, to be honest, Disneyland fan. I don't. I think this is the alternative to doing that. And if that's the case, then I'm fine with it. As I said, whatever. They charge for parking at City Walk. And I've never gone to City Walk. So, well, I mean, not since they started charging for parking. So, not that I'm cheap. It's just, why? Yeah, I'm not a fan of charging for parking over there. As much as I'm already spending in Disney Springs, I think you can let me park for free. They already charge me to park at the parks where I'm paying to come into. You could let me pay to park for free when I'm coming to shop. You could do that, Steve, but again, I don't know that they're wanting to do that hassle at the store because you're not dealing with all Disney corporate stores at Springs as well. So I don't know that would work as well. Who knows? I don't know. Anyway. Yeah. We watched the Spider-Man trailer on This and That. We're going to pivot for a moment because I want to talk about the Spider-Man trailer. I'm excited for Spider-Man. You know what? We're going to watch the trailer and kind of break it down a little bit. If you stay on property, you don't have to pay to park at the parks, do you? If you have an annual pass, you don't pay to park. If you have a stay at the resort, you may still have to pay to park. I don't know, Jazz Family. Be honest, because I've always had, every time I've driven, I've had an annual pass, to be honest. Since they instituted the parking fee. You have to pay to park at the resorts too. So let me pull up the trailer. We're gonna talk through it. So if you haven't seen it, nope, that wasn't what I wanted. Where is my? This is it. If you haven't seen it in its full glory, then I would recommend going and watching it. But we're going to kind of talk through it. Yes, you do have to pay to park, even if you stay at the resorts. Even people who stay at the resorts have to pay to park during their stay, unless you are a DVC member or an AP. Yeah. His Beach Jill says, when back in the day when we drove there, we were able to park for free at the parks when staying at a Disney resort. Has that changed? Yes. No. I don't know. They rescinded the resort parking fee a few years after COVID. They did. Yes. Yeah, you don't put, I didn't think so. That you don't have to pay at the resorts anymore. Yeah. Okay. Before I get any more confused, oh, wrong button. Share screen. Share screen with audio. We're going to talk about this a little bit before we lose track of time. Here you go. This is the trailer for Spider-Man Brand New Day.
What is happening to me? Did you miss me, Spidey?
Okay, so
I'm losing my mind.
that is Scorpion. We saw him, this guy that's playing Scorpion, in a Spider-Man Homecoming, I believe it was. I think it was Spider-Man Homecoming where we first saw him. It was in the prison scene at the end of the movie. We caught a glimpse of this same guy in that scene. He also appeared, I want to say, in Morbius, maybe. So yeah, but this is Scorpion, our first on-screen appearance of him with his suit and tail.
I am totally out of control. I gotta fix whatever this is right now.
Final semester MIT.
Dad, who do you think is actually watching these?
Maybe.
Okay, so we got MJ and what's his face that don't remember Peter because of Doctor Strange's spell. And so I think that's part of what builds the mood for this movie is Peter Ned. Thank you. Peter struggling with no one knowing him and him feeling alone and isolated and everything. I think that's kind of what's building up a lot of the emotional issues in this for Spidey.
Someone.
Okay, well, bye, someone.
What the? Dr. Ben?
And there we get our first glimpse at the organic web, because this Spider-Man has always had to use his web shooters, the contraption he made that attaches to his suit to shoot the webs. We've only had one Spider-Man that had organic webs on film. Original comic book Spider-Man, organic. There you go.
Dr. Banner, you found a way to suppress mutating DNA, right?
If you see me with this stuff, run.
And here we go with Mark Ruffalo back as Bruce Banner, and a contraption that keeps him from hulking out. So we've reverted from Professor Hulk to basically a oh god, the word just left me, and I've had double surgery. I keep thinking tennis elbow, and that's not right. Anyway, a wrist brace to keep him from reverting to the Hulk. So he's gone from an integrated one identity back to regressing the Hulk, and not just carpal tunnel. Thank you, carpal tunnel bracelet. Not just an integrated single identity, but to repressing the Hulk and keeping him repressed by wearing a carpal tunnel bracelet. I'm surprised they didn't go with a mutant collar like the X-Men. But apparently a wrist brace works better for the Hulk.
With this stuff, run.
So could you get rid of the bad aspects but keep the good?
How would you decide what parts of nature are good or bad?
Well, sorry about that.
You're not one of my students, are you?
I do like this aspect of trying to decide what aspects of nature are good and bad. I kind of like that look into it. Do I trust the person that's saying the line? Not so much, but I like that aspect of it. Yeah.
It appears we're faced with a threat we can't control. One we can't even see.
Okay.
See.
So this, let's go back. Missed it again. This is the main villain of the movie. This is Sadie Swink. Swink. Spoiler alert. If you don't want to know, mute your thing now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is supposedly going to be Jean Grey from the X-Men. That's why we have the DNA and genetic breakdown over here. But yes, supposedly this is Jean Grey from the X-Men making her first appearance in an MCU movie. Okay, you can unmute now if you muted for spoilers.
You're the only one who's immune to it. You're the only one who can sense it.
What do you think they're looking for? Oh.
So clearly, Ned, thank you, Stacy. Ned has been trying to figure out who Spider-Man is, or is following Spider-Man. And we have all these different shots and different people and thoughts and that sort of thing. Him trying to figure out who Spider-Man is. Kind of interesting.
See, you stumbled across my board.
I'm not one of those weirdos, I swear.
He's a little weird. I'm MJ.
You two don't know each other?
Yo, Spider-Man, you okay? You get rid of that monster inside you? Think I might go see.
And this is the personality jumping from person to person.
See how MJ's doing.
You're not gonna get away with this.
But he might.
I didn't know you.
And we finally get back to Savage Hulk. Finally get back to Savage Hulk. We haven't seen him in a while. Savage Hulk is bigger than Smart Hulk. Because more of the power is unleashed. So I'm glad we got Savage Hulk back. A Hulk that just wants to smash things and be left alone. It's about time. That's the Hulk that we all know and love. Professor Hulk annoys me.
You get that big.
Hey!
But you're in danger. You just have to trust me.
Fine.
This whole thing can get really scary.
Who the hell is that?
Who the hell are you?
Frank, please.
And we get Frank, the Punisher. So now we know why Frank's in the movie. Frank, he takes MJ to Frank for him to watch over and protect her.
I don't have anywhere else to go.
By the people who love you.
Just gonna let him go by himself?
Love you because you're you.
If you're gonna do something, you better do it now.
This is a cool scene. I love this whole sequence. What's coming up? This is the Hand. Ninja Assassins. We've seen them in the Daredevil series, the Netflix Daredevil series. The Hand are one of the famous villain organizations in the MCU. Very lethal, very fighty. Not sure why they're show up here. We do know they operate in New York. They operate pretty much anywhere they want to, but this is the first time seeing them in a Spidey interaction.
Never forget that no matter how powerful you become.
I miss you, mate.
That's a cool scene. Bringing down the house. That's a cool scene. Let's go back to the Hand a minute. One of these does appear to be a female. I have a theory on this. I could be way off. They could be just going for the girl boss leader of the Hand here. There's been rumors that they're working to bring back Elektra to the Daredevil series. We got Punisher here. Could we get a pop-up of Elektra, who did work with the Hand for a while? Possibility. I can't see her face good enough here with the head wrap to know if that's her or not. I don't think it is. At least not the Elektra from the show. But Elektra was in the Daredevil series as well on Netflix. Elektra is she was a ninja assassin as well, highly trained, but also a love interest for Daredevil. The Bullseye ends up killing Elektra in the comic books. Bullseye kills Elektra. She comes back from the dead because comic books. But Elektra is Elektra's very cool. And not just because her costume is a bathing suit. Elektra's very good at what she does. Yeah, she was in the old Daredevil shows. She was, yes. Season 2, and then she was also in the Defender series. Kind of focused on her a little bit as well.
Never forget that no matter how powerful you've become, I miss you, mate. Huh. All right. Just give me a sec. Give me a sec.
This is good.
I'm not in high school anymore. Oh. Did you stretch? You a big stretcher? It's so good for you. You ready?
So I really dig the logo for this movie. I love the look, the feel of it, the font, the everything. Looks great. I was very nervous when they called it Brand New Day because there was a comic book series about New Day that made me not very happy. But this looks interesting to me. I'm intrigued to see what comes from this. Coming July 31st. Tickets are on sale now. So there you go. This trailer that dropped 8 hours ago is up to 4.6 million views. Currently has a upvote of 303,000 and a downvote of 2.4. So it's trending very good. And this is just the Sony posting for this. Marvel also posted the trailer as well over on Marvel Entertainment. They are currently showing 2.1 million views, 165,000 ups, 1,000 down. So trending very well over on Marvel's site as well. So, yeah, if the movie holds up to this trailer, I'm excited for it. Now, there is word that this could be the last Spider-Man movie for Tom Holland. He will most likely appear in Secret Wars. As of right now, he's not set to appear in Doomsday, but he will appear in Secret Wars. Word is this could be his last solo Spider-Man movie. As with most everything after Secret Wars, they're probably going to recast everything or a lot of things. I would hate to see Tom Holland go. I've enjoyed the Tom Holland Spider-Man. I think he has played the character very well, especially being British. Perfect accent. I like his Peter. I like his Spider-Man. It's a total package. Works very I enjoyed, a lot of people didn't. I liked Andrew Garfield. I thought Garfield did very well. This is going to get me some hate mail. Tobey Maguire was my least favorite Spider-Man. And it was more his acting than it was him personally. I just felt he was a little corny. I do kind of like his Peter, though, Stephen. I do. Because when he started this out, he was kind of young. He was goofy. I kind of dug it. No, not that. But I liked the Andrew Garfield. The movie, the second movie was not that great. Oh, thank you, Sparks. The second Spider-Man 2, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Yeah, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 with Andrew Garfield was not that great. It was weird. But I like Andrew Garfield, and I think a lot of people kind of turned around on that perception of him too with No Way Home when he appeared there. I would like to see another Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movie. That was rumored a couple of years back after No Way Home that Sony might be working on that, but it never really moved forward. But yeah, I that's kind of my ranking. I think they've done much better with casting Spider-Man than DC has with Batman. Yes. They have. Now, Stacy, you mentioned it earlier. If after Secret Wars they ditch Peter Parker and they go with Miles Morales as Spider-Man, I'm going to have a problem with that. I am. I don't mind Miles Morales, but I don't want him as the headlining Spider-Man. It still kind of annoys me that they both go by Spider-Man. But yeah. So there you go. That's my thoughts on Spider-Man, the trailer, what's coming up there. Yeah, Disneyland fan, I did on this and that. So if y'all don't, I keep recommending this, and I don't know if any of you actually have gone and watched it, but Clarkson's Farm is one of the best done shows. I mean, it's funny, it's heartwarming, it's all of it. I love Clarkson's Farm. It's on Amazon Prime. Just released season 5, starting the other day. And Clarkson had said in a post before season 5 came out that season 5 was going to be a little heavy, a little bit of a downer, and there was some news that came out the past day, kind of filling it in a little bit more. He is revealed in the latest episode, final 2 episodes, he reveals that he's battling cancer. He said that it's cancer, it's aggressive. Said that he's going under surgery in the coming weeks and will be slightly out of action. I was trying to see in the next episode. Apparently he underwent a procedure during which a part of his prostate was removed. He said the prostate, 10% of it's dead and 10% where the cancer is, he said, according to Sky. So well, here.
Hello, everybody. Got some good news and some somber news. Good news is that Hawkston has finally had an advert accepted, and it'll be shown just before kickoff in the England match tomorrow evening. Somber news, Clarkson's Farm. Ordinarily, we try to keep the show bucolic and charming and cheerful. But the final 2 episodes, which drop in the middle of the night tonight, they're none of those things, really. They're a difficult watch. They're really, really difficult.
So there you go. Yeah. So we'll see. Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully everything goes well. I saw where he had posted something else that said, basically, if all goes well, we'll be back for season 6. If not, we won't. Yeah, Clarkson started for me out on Top Gear. I loved Top Gear, BBC's Top Gear. It was one of the most popular shows in the world. And that's not me trying to quote Clarkson. That's a fact. Jalen, welcome in. It was one of the most popular shows in the world. People watched Top Gear everywhere. Such a huge following in the US that the History Channel at one point tried to make an American version of Top Gear starring Rutledge Wood and I can't even remember the 2 other guys' names. But Tanner. Anyway, it was very popular. And the BBC, in their infinite wisdom, saw how popular Top Gear was with so many different demographics. And they went to the showrunners and said, hey, just imagine how much more popular we would be if we added someone from this country into the show and someone from this country into the show. We would be even more popular. So let's do that. And Clarkson and the showrunners said, no, this is the show. This is why we're so popular around the world. We're already popular there. We don't need to. So, the BBC fired Clarkson and then tried to get James May and Richard Hammond to stay on with different people, and they both said bye, and so they all left, and Top Gear is now canceled because they were stupid. Um, so Clarkson, May, and Hammond ended up going to signing a deal shortly thereafter with Amazon. They did a show called The Grand Tour. Still do some specials there, or had been doing some specials there every once in a while. Grand Tour is very good. A little tonally different than Top Gear, which is fun. I watched all of those as well, and enjoy them all. But great show. And then Clarkson's Farm is his kind of solo project, him totally outside of the car vehicle type thing. But what I loved about Top Gear, and specifically Clarkson, Hammond, and May, and what everybody I think kind of loved about that, it had nothing to do with the cars. It was the three of those blokes and how well they worked together and interacted on a show. That chemistry cannot be formulated and programmed by executives. That just naturally happens. And that chemistry is what was so amazing and what made that show so great. The way they worked so well, I did call them blokes. The way they worked so well together, and their humor, the way they would piss each other off so much. It was so good. So good. And how unpolitically correct they would be at times was just refreshing. And I think that's why a lot of people enjoyed it, because they would do their thing and just go. And I love, man, those are great shows. I learned a lot about the chemistry and everything. And yeah, it's, I really enjoyed them. So you can't cast it. No, you can't. No. And you can't fake it either, Disneyland fan. You cannot fake that chemistry. They tried to fake that chemistry with the new cast, and it did not work. Yeah. They even cast Matt LeBlanc, Joey from Friends, took over Top Gear after Clarkson and May and Hammond left. It was him and two other dudes, or three other dudes, maybe even. And it just I watched a couple episodes and it was not good. Not good at all. And I think Matt LeBlanc only lasted maybe 1 or 1.5, 2 seasons. So yeah. I love the episode, if you can find it, the episode of Top Gear where the guys fly to Miami and decide that they do a challenge. Usually when they go international, they will do a challenge. They flew to Miami and they had to buy a car with I think it was like $1,000 or $2,000. They had to buy a car, and then they had to drive that car from Miami to New Orleans and then sell their car. And that is a great episode. Them going through Alabama is hilarious. And they do little challenges along the way. It's that's one of my favorite episodes. That one, and where they decide to build their own caravans or campers for us in the US. That was a great one. Yeah, the History Channel one wasn't very good with Rutledge either. I watched that one more than I did the BBC one after Clarkson and the guys. The Rutledge Wood one was okay. It was a little goofier and yeah, it just yeah. So, all right, there's my rants for the day. All right, so tomorrow is Thursday. Jeff is still on a cruise. I think Caruso is still at the buffet or shopping at Dolce and Gabbana in Vegas. So Corey may be live tomorrow. A link on YouTube for that episode. I don't think so, Wendy. You can watch those on Peacock, though. I found that out tonight, actually. You can watch the classic Top Gear episodes on Peacock with ads without a subscription. Just putting that out there. Oh, my aunt is doing well. She's at home, still doing well, still recovering. Aunt June went up and stayed with her for a few days, but doing very well. I really appreciate all the prayers for her. Thank y'all very, very, very much. Y'all continue to pray for Diana Murphy, her procedure that's coming up. Don't forget to have her in your prayer. Mayor of Chickabiddy Hill Mike, who might have gone to bed now, still recovering from his hospital stay as well. Don't forget Mike. And I think Ashley King had a procedure the other day as well. So don't forget Ashley. If I'm forgetting somebody, I apologize. But yeah, tomorrow you may Corey tomorrow night, maybe. I don't see a thumbnail up yet, but a lot of times he doesn't post his till day of. So go check out Corey. If he does, pray for Clarkson as well, for sure. And then we'll be back here tomorrow night doing something. I haven't gotten any thumbnails up. I need to work on that. I've been too busy working on the new intro, and tonight with this and that, I didn't have much time. So anyway, now I'm just rambling. I hope you enjoyed it, Hunter Woods. Hope I wasn't too boring. Sorry I didn't have another guest here to make it more enlightening, but you just got me tonight. So, yep. Just a chill, calm chat night. There you go. Hope y'all have a great night. Love you all. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the mod builds. Thank you for the Ninja Watchers, the Ninja Builders. Thank you all for chatting and the support. And yeah, love y'all. Have a great night. See you back soon. Toodles Baloobles. Good night, everybody.